Today we are talking about setting your progress markers to keep you motivated on your fitness journey. The reason I'm doing this is to help you set the expectations on your fitness journey. Sometimes we go on a fitness journey without actually having expectations in mind, without knowing what to expect, and sometimes our expectations are clouded because of past experiences. From my experience, the more you have started a diet and stopped and gained weight and started again, lost weight, or maybe tried to exercise, got tired, got demotivated, the more you have to keep starting again, the less likely you are to get to that place you have in mind. And there are so many things that could go wrong, or so many things that could occur for that to happen. One is what you know about fitness, your perception of what a healthy lifestyle is, or what a fitness journey is supposed to look like, or what a diet is supposed to look like. To make one thing clear, going on a diet is not actually going on a fitness journey. You're just going on a diet because you want to lose. Most people that go on diets want to lose weight or want to lose fat. Going on a fitness journey is all encompassing. It's both exercise and your nutrition. And going on that exercise journey, on that movement journey, for most people, we start off with a diet and then we go into exercising for the same aim of losing fat. So the expectation you have of diet and exercise affects your journey and the result you get from it. How do I break it down a little bit more? So your expectations of what diets should feel like affects what you do in the process of dieting and the results you get from it. Let me give one example. So if you have this idea that diets should always feel tiring, diets make you hungry, that dieting means cutting out foods and cutting out everything you love. For example, you love to eat bread or you love to eat burgers, and diet simply means cutting them out and eating right. And that word eating right already has its own perception. It already has this feeling like, okay, I have to eat just vegetables and I have to cut out everything nice and everything sweet because I'm going on a diet. So that affects how you indulge in the diet. So you start to feel like you're cutting out these things that make you happy. You start to feel lack already. And what happens is that either you start to feel guilty for eating those foods at all. You eat them, you start to feel shame. And what shame does is that you would think that shame is okay. When you go through shame, you're going to avoid everything that makes you feel shame. There was this book I was reading, Atlas of the Heart. It talks about shame, talks about emotion, and in this chapter of shame, it talks about how when we feel shame, we are more likely to do things that make us feel more shame to cover up the previous shame. So say you eat the bread and you start to feel guilty, you're more likely to eat that bread again, and this time around you're going to overeat on that bread. So your expectations on exercise means that you feel like exercising is really hard and it's really painful and it's not just for you. So what's going to happen when you decide to exercise? You're going to go for very hard workouts, those ones you don't know how to do. You're going to want to invest in all these exercise materials, maybe dumbbells or kettlebells or skipping rope. You're going to want to invest in the most expensive ones or the one you're going to afford, and you want to do the really hard workouts. You want to really jump up and down. You want to sweat a lot. So what happens is that you start off doing all these hard things and you're not able to continue because you're trying to fulfill that prophecy you said in the beginning that exercises is hard. So your expectation of exercise is that I'm going to start and I'm going to do really hard workouts. I'm going to really put in the work. That word, putting in the work, towards the experience of exercise, what exercise is meant to be for you. So your expectations really affect your fitness journey. So we are going to help you in this life set progress markers to help you stay motivated throughout your journey. And I know we hear this a lot, it's not motivation, it's discipline. But I like to be in the middle with all these things, right? So when you get motivated, what's there? Act on it, right? You can be motivated for a week or for 2 weeks to really go at something. But one thing with motivation is that when we feel all this, I've gotten to realize that motivation is more like excitement. It's an emotion, right? You're excited about starting this new journey. You have this new energy. So ride on it. But it's really important to set your expectations first, right? And that is what we're doing here today. However, we're focusing on progress markers, because even with certain expectations, if you're not seeing certain results that show you you're on the right path, it's easy to become less motivated and give up, right? So if you're not seeing the results, you're going to feel this is not working. So that is why a lot of people start to exercise, start to diet, and 1 week along the line, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they give up. And it's not and saying give up means, it sounds somehow to me, because you just can't simply give up on a healthy lifestyle. There's something about your body. It's your body, you experience this world. It's through your body you experience the world. And if your body is not in this space where you can move to do things and experience things, it's not going to be that enjoyable. You're only surviving. And we, especially being in Nigeria, we might think that, because things are the way they are, exercise should be the least of my problem. But actually, because things are the way they are, you should prioritize taking care of your body so you have the energy to show up for whatever you have to show up for tomorrow. The reason you could wake up, you're tired all the time, you're fatigued, you feel fat, you're looking at your body and it's like, I'm really fat, I hate my body. I don't know if this has happened to anybody. You're looking at your old pictures and you're like, why was I feeling this fat? Why was I feeling this way? Well, it's not a feeling. It's your body image. We think body image is, she has low body image, or she has a negative body. Body image is not negative or positive. It's just how you see yourself, right? So what do you think being fat is, or what do you think being lean is? So what is your association with those things? And it affects how you project all those your feelings, your perception to your body. For example, if you think being fat means being lazy, being tired, being stressed out, if you look at your body and you see something with the traces of fat, and because you're feeling tired, stressed out, you're going to start to feel fat, right? I don't know how I got into that, but let's go back to where we were. So yeah, your expectations mark your fitness journey. So it's really important to have progress markers. There's this thing I learned recently about health and fitness. If you're not healthy enough, you can't be fit. And if you're not prioritizing your fitness, you can't be healthy. It all goes hand in hand. So when you talk about progress markers, and this is generally for all fitness, and it's not really about fat loss, but the principle applies. You see, when it comes to fat loss, it's just about being in a calorie deficit. And I know we've mentioned calorie deficits a lot of the time, that people still don't understand what a calorie deficit is, or what calories are, and how it even affects your body, how it makes you gain weight or lose weight. See, we are mostly obsessed with the calories in the food we eat, but we don't understand the calories we give out. Why do we have to do 10,000 steps? Why do I even have to exercise? And because we don't understand it, we over-exercise. Or sometimes we are in this phase where we're exercising all the time. We don't use as much energy to exercise anymore. So you're looking at your timer, or your watch is saying 1 hour exercise done. You burned, let's say 400 calories. But it's possible you didn't burn up to 400 calories, because maybe you're used to exercising a certain way and you've done that exercise. Your body has become efficient. It's managing, it has learned how to do really hard things with very low level energy. So you're not burning as much calories, you would think. So we've not understood that aspect of energy expenditure. So we are obsessed with the calories in food. We go on diet because we think that we think this diet is the reason I am losing fat. However, that diet simply puts you in a calorie deficit. So I don't know how I got into there again. So we need to understand calories, and I think maybe sometime I will sit down with the whole calorie guide. However, I'm doing this to really break down these progress markers. It's one of the things I do in my coaching program, Move It Love. We set the expectations before starting the fitness journey. We set the expectations of where you are in this moment and where you want to get to. Understanding your mindset here, where you are now, your expectations of fitness journey, what you've been through in the past, and how it's shaping your thought process now would help you establish a building block to where you're going to, right? So here, we're setting progress markers. So what progress markers do we set? So when you start to go on a fitness journey, for example, you want to lose fat. I'm using fat loss a lot because most of my clients come with the whole fat loss, right? So you want to lose fat. Setting your progress markers would look like, where am I now? And where do I want to get to? What does it take? What is the day-to-day activities of that place I want to get to? What can I do now? So you want to lose fat, right? You want to be lean, you want to be energetic, you don't want to feel bad about your body, you want to feel good in your body. You want to be able to play around the house, to have fun and not feel tired. You want to go on walks and not feel tired, right? So what do somebody that feels this way, what do they do on a day-to-day basis? First, they get enough sleep, right? 2, they are well hydrated, right? 3, they have enough energy. It means they're eating right. They're eating well, right? That's what I meant to say. So they're eating nourishing food. 4, they're exercising. So they're building the capacity to manage stress. I love to come to exercise, especially when you're still starting. From there, they're building exercise capacity. So you're eating well, you're nourishing your body. Your body is learning how to preserve energy in a chaotic environment. So you're doing all these things and then you're in a calorie deficit. You would get to that place where you are energetic, you've lost fat, you feel good about your body and all those things. So you set these progress markers, and when you start to see, okay, let's say you focus on eating nourishing foods first, right? Because one mistake I see we make all the time is that we start with cutting out foods. We start with cutting out a whole lot of things because we want to lose fat. And then we don't have the energy to move. We don't have the energy to sleep. Yeah, it requires a certain amount of food in your body for your body to be well rested enough to sleep. It's like general wellness. So is fat loss going to change you? Definitely. You're going to have to challenge those lifestyle issues. You're going to have to change your eating habits, your sleeping habits, your exercise habits. But it's really important to ease into it. Now you have a picture of where you're going to. You have the requirements it takes to be there. So you have to start to practice what you can in this moment. So sometimes we go on a fitness goal and you make it your whole life. For example, sometimes we go on a fitness goal, right? We want to exercise and then we go to the gym and spend 2-3 hours. You want to walk, you're doing intermittent fasting for 2 days, 3 days, right? And you don't have the energy to show up at the gym the way you want to. You don't have the energy to sleep. Your body is channeling all its energy to keeping you alive at the moment. So it's possible your body is not processing nutrients very well. Your body is not working optimally at that moment because, one, if you don't eat, there is no energy. Is intermittent fasting okay? It's fine as long as you're not being reactive to it from a fat loss point of view. And I'm going to explain because I know a lot of people of faith will be like, okay, I fast and I still want to lose fat, right? It's now making the important and conscious decisions to make the right food choices. Is there something like timed eating? Yes. It simply means you're being proactive. You're not being reactive. You're not going on intermittent fast because you want to lose fat. Right. And you could be intermittent fasting and still be in a calorie surplus and still be eating more energy than your body wants. So now you know where you're going, you've drawn out your progress markers, you have to sleep well, hydrate. So you now pick one and start as simple as possible as you can accommodate. There's something about building capacity for fitness. So you have to start with where you are in the moment. So for example, you do not exercise. For the past 6 months, you've not exercised once, or maybe you've tried exercising, you did one YouTube workout and it's like, I don't think I can keep up. So this is you on a normal day. You don't remember to drink water. You don't go to bed on time. You don't eat very nutritious foods. When you start there, when you're there and you want to start cutting out all the foods you want, changing your eating habits, it's going to be a lot because you're doing all these things. It's too much. And you have the rest of your life to live. You have your family, you have your kids, you have work, you have your friends, you have recreational things to do. Right? So when fitness takes up all this thing, it's going to be exhausting and you're going to be tired and you're going to give up and you're not going to continue, and then you give up, and then until you get the next burst of motivation. So that's the significance of setting progress markers. One, you have to understand where you are. This is where you are. Be honest with where you are. You don't exercise. You don't even enjoy exercise. And the thing I talked about, capacity for exercise. Yes, there's something as capacity for enjoying exercise. You see, a lot of influencers we follow already got into that place where they enjoy exercising. So they can do hard workouts for hours. It doesn't feel like work because they are enjoying it. So if you try to do the same thing, your body does not have the capacity to do it yet. So you start with where you are. I'm not even just going to say start with walk, going on a walk. You actually have to build the capacity to enjoy going on a walk. And one trick that works all the time is going on a walk and appreciating the fact that you're going on a walk. Don't shrink it to being just about the numbers. If you shrink it to being about the numbers, you're going to be only worried about the numbers you're getting in. But however, if you give yourself that time to walk and just enjoy nature, or maybe you're walking around the house, you're doing chores, your time, you're dancing, you're having fun, you're likely to come back to it tomorrow. And when you make it about the numbers, you must check your watch, you must check every other thing. And if it's not aligning, like, oh my God, I didn't put up my watch. That is why sometimes when you don't put on your fitness tracker, it feels like this exercise is wasted. But it's not. If you actually start to give yourself opportunity, so that start enjoying your workout, it takes time. That is why it's important. It's actually more important to lose 12 kgs in a space of 1 year than lose 12 kgs or 10 kgs in the space of 1 month. Why? Because you don't have the capacity to sustain that body. Right? And there's this question I learned from VIII. It says, if you were given that body of your dreams today, right now, everything, that slim body, the fit toned body, everything today with your current lifestyle and habits, do you think you're going to be able to sustain it? So that's the question. All right, so get into the role of motivation for sustaining long-term success in your fitness journey. So as I said before, if you get motivated, fine, right away, go with it. It's really important. But however, motivation looks different all the time, right? It looks different for different people. Personally, for me, when I start to feel more anxious, I think stress is an emotion. Okay, stress is according to how we eat. That's that perception of stress. I was reading on stress responses because your body is just responding to stress. Your body responds to stress. Your body is not undergoing stress. It responds to stress. So when you're stressed, and stress could be anything. Stress could be physical. It could be mental. It could be whatever you think stresses you out. It could just be that something is not placed right and it will stress you out. The funny thing is that your body reacts to no matter what you think the stress level is, the same way. Right? It could be not eating enough and your body is stressed out. It could be not sleeping enough and your body is stressed out. It could be from work. It could be from the demand of the day. It could be from the demand of the kids. Your body is stressed out. It could be from waiting. Maybe you're in traffic and you're like, oh my God, this is bad. You could be stressed out and your body will respond the same way. It could be going on a run. It could be exercising. Your body responds the same way. Right? So that's why recovery is important. So I'm going to explain a little bit about stress response. So stress response, what happens when your body starts to respond to stress? So the first thing that happens is that your body shuts down and focuses, doesn't shut down per se, it slows down wastage of energy and focuses on the very important task at hand. Whatever task that is the best for you. Say you're not going to bed on time, right? And you're scrolling, you're maybe watching a thing, watching a course, whatever it is. So your body gives energy to you to stay awake because that's what you need at that moment. As that is going on, your body is not digesting food. Your body slows down reproduction. Your body does a whole lot of things. How am I thinking about this? Your body stops digesting food, slows down reproduction. So there's funny thing that stress does. When your body is responding to stress, you become more creative, right? Your body focuses on trying to find answers. And your energy, you might think you use energy just for exercising. Your body uses energy for everything. For thinking, for sleeping, for digesting, for growth, for hormone production. So that is why when you're stressed out, it feels like you start to break out, you start to get cranky, because your body is channeling all the energy and all the processes to one thing that you need in that moment. You're running away from something, your body channels energy to get cortisol up. We demonize cortisol like it's like this bad hormone, but it's really important for your body and it's really keeping you alive and really putting you in places and helping you get things done. So it's not a bad thing. The only thing is that you're not recovering and allowing your body come back into a calm state. That is why I love gentle movements. Allowing your body slow down and recover and knowing that, I am not under stress again. Now I can sleep. So that's why when you keep the phone, it takes a while for your body to understand that, okay, we are safe now, we can sleep. Because if your body is not safe, it's not going to sleep. It's not going to sleep. All right. So I don't know much about insomnia, but I'm just talking about stress. So yeah. So when you get the motivation, ride on it. But if you set your progress markers on time, you're going to be able to ride on the wave of your motivation. And there's something I like to do with exercising is that you exercise according to your emotions. So one mistake we make is we want to do the same kind of exercise every time, right? So there's a thing we do, or I've seen happen a lot with me, with clients, with just observation around the gym, is that you're really tired, you're really fatigued. You've been in the gym, you've tried to lift, and you're very, very tired. However, you go on, you want to do the same exercises you've been doing because it's familiar to you. But what happens is that because you're not able to exercise the way you were able to exercise when you were motivated, you feel bad for not being able to do that. The exercises are harder. Your emotions are telling you, your heart is beating, you're anxious, you're just really not in the mood, you're fatigued, right? And you try to push yourself. That thing about push, all those exercise phrases, they do more harm than good. So what do you do instead? It's okay to have an exercise program, but your exercise program doesn't know what is happening in your life. Doesn't know if you just broke up with a loved one, or maybe you're just tired, you've not eaten, or maybe work is stressful. So sometimes your body just needs to recover, and your body recovers with movement. know it's an interesting topic, exercise. Your body recovers with movement, right? So maybe going on a long walk is just what your body needs to know that we are back to a safe place. Your body needs to understand that. So every time I say listen to your body, it's not like your body is whispering something in your ear. Your body feels a certain way. And I know we say, oh, your feelings, don't listen to your feelings. But you can act in spite of, in conjunction to your feeling, just by simply asking yourself, what is the best thing for me right now? You have your goal in mind. You have everything you want to do in mind. So the best thing for you to do at that moment, maybe take a gentle walk, do a slow movement, stretch, allow yourself rest, maybe sit still and let your body know it's fine. Your body will produce its own energy and distribute energy to all the places it needs to be distributed. Ever been on a diet and you're bloated? You're wondering why you're bloated. I went on this exhibition, was it last month? I was really stressed out, I was really tired, I was running up and down, I was heavily bloated. You know what did the trick? Just a moment of gentle movement, doing exercises I loved. I just went outside, went on a long walk, and just like that, because your body has stopped digesting and you're eating, there's nothing going on, right? And even if you don't eat, it's still not digesting the one that has already been there. That little you eat is still there. So yeah, so it's really important to set progress markers, set your expectations. There is this study that was carried out about expectations. Okay, so there was a group of people. Is a Harvard study by Alia Crum. A group of people were called together. So the aim of this study is to study the ghrelin response in the body. And ghrelin is a hormone that helps. What does it do? It helps regulate your hunger response, right? It tells your body it's hungry, and when you're full, because they thought they were taking a diet shake, and this is a real life study, right? And on the other day, they took the same content, the same calorie levels. They took the shake that was written indulgence, nutri shake and everything, that it has a whole lot of cream and everything inside. People that took it reported feeling of fullness. They felt full. They felt okay. So it's like your expectations of what a diet would be already affects how you experience it. Your expectations of what a fitness journey would look like already affects how you experience it. Your expectations of what your health and how you age is already affects you, like on a physiological level. Physically, it affects you that way. So setting your expectations before is really important. Another thing is that when you set your expectations, make it clear that this is where you are and these are possible things that could go wrong. Accepting setbacks would help you very much in your fitness journey. Sometimes we like to feel helpless on our fitness journeys. We love to feel helpless. I've encountered it a lot. We come with this approach and we have whole lot of coaches that will tell you what to do, give you meal plans, tell you to go to bed at this time, tell you to eat how many pieces of granite. We come from this helpless place, feel like it's fitness, it's complicated, I don't understand it. But I like to look at it as one of the setbacks that happen, because it's like, how long will a meal plan take you? It's not sustainable. You can do it for a long time. If you get bored of eating that way, because we are human, we love varieties. What if you get bored? What if you get tired? What if you are emotional? Right? You're not going to remember the meal plan. You're not going to have a coach shouting at you, yeah, jump. You have to want it for yourself. And when you want it that way and allow yourself think, it's long term, but I get to take it day by day, you are able to navigate setbacks. So when you're on a diet and you find out one day like this, you just sat down and ate the whole fast food. You're going to wake up tomorrow and just get back to doing what you were doing. But sometimes we encounter setbacks and just give up on the diet completely. As I said, is your fitness going to change you? Yes, it will. It's going to change your lifestyle. It's going to change your habits, right? So accepting setbacks and instead using it as stepping stones would help you. Another thing is to create a positive mindset around setbacks. Accept that setbacks are going to happen, right? And use it as a learning curve. You love to eat this particular meal a lot. So how about you eat it before you start to crave for it that much? And you will see that it's not much because you can eat it anytime you like. So cutting it out is going to make you feel like I'm missing out on a lot. Like diet is a whole lot. I'm missing out. I'm not eating this for a long time. I'm probably not going to eat it for ever again. So you're going to start to feel like you're giving up something. So when you start to learn about managing setbacks and using it as learning curves, dieting is going to feel much more doable. Okay, all right. So another thing that I like to do is provide yourself strategies for bouncing back. We are human, right? Sometimes you bounce back, sometimes you want to continue because your old habits, like this is comfortable. You want to eat because you're sad, you want to eat because you're stressed out, you want to eat because you've done a whole lot of work, so you deserve this food. Is it going to serve you for tomorrow's lot of work? Right? So that's the thing about stress eating. When you say, I've done all this work, so I deserve to eat. You don't get to deserve your meal. You eat because you can eat. But sometimes I always say you can eat whatever you want. There's still that discipline and there's still that intentionality about it, right? How do you want to feel? You know that period you go on a diet, you feel lighter, you feel happier because you're unconsciously making healthier choices. You're eating more vegetables. You're letting go of processed food. You're limiting it. I don't say cut it out. You're limiting it. You're actually eating more. You're going for healthier options before you reach for the processed food. You start to feel better because your body is getting the nutrients it needs to produce the energy, the hormones, and on a cellular level, your cells are transforming. And as simple as that. So yeah. So now another thing we want to think about is adjusting our goals. Sometimes your fitness goal is just not realistic, right? You will not have the energy to exercise the way you're exercising today over 1 year, right? So it's okay to adjust how you get to that's your fitness goal. Maybe you're able to go to the gym 5 times a week on this day. What happens when next month something comes up, you travel or something, and you're not able to exercise as much, and exercising is important for you? So it's okay to adjust your goals, and that's fine. And that's what we do with Move and Eat Love. It's about understanding where you are at every point in time. It's like understanding this is where I am today. What can I do to make my body feel better for this day? You have a 9 to 5, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, you have kids, you have workers under you. You have to take care of your body, so you can show up better at work. Being busy is not an excuse. I don't want to say an excuse. Being busy is not stopping you from exercising. You just don't see the importance yet. And because you exercise just to lose weight, or because you start to feel uncomfortable about your body, so you feel like exercise makes you feel better. You ever wondered why one day of exercise you start to feel like looking in the mirror, taking pictures? Because it's that good for your body. It happens this quick, but we ignore that feeling of feeling good and somehow dumb it down because you're not seeing the particular result on the scale. What does scale have to do with anything? You could be 90 kg and feel great. It doesn't matter. However, I understand the need for the scale to go down. I understand the need if you want to be leaner. But if it's going to cost you your health, it's not worth it. Right? So think long term. It's a long-term process. It's a long-term process. Telling you it's not a long process, it's easy to say that and sell you something quickly and say, it's easy to lose fat quickly. It's very easy to lose fat now. You can lose fat today, right? You can lose fat. Once you're in a calorie deficit, you're already losing fat, because once you're in a calorie deficit, your body is using your own fat storage to provide you with energy. So it's expanding the energy, right? So it's that easy. However, you don't build the knowledge you need to maintain it. So you have to think long term. You have to take it day by day. Sometimes we obsess over the months to come and ignore today. So that's why we can easily go into overeating, stress eating, and like it's a long time coming. So yeah, it's important to have your own personalized progress markers. Have your own what fitness looks like for you, what health looks like for you, and start to question your biases around fitness, food, exercise, fat. Let's pinpoint that fat bias. If you feel fat is lazy, ugly, because I see people side by side, they're really skinny, maybe before and after pictures after dieting, they're really skinny here and they're fat here, but they felt better when they were eating more foods than when they were starving themselves. But the picture will not tell you that, right? The picture will not tell you that. You could see a very fit person that have a disordered way of eating. We glorify eating a particular way, eating the same meal over and over again. But sometimes it trickles down into an overeating and a disordered habit, right? So you can see somebody really fit, really toned, okay, that looks fit, really toned, because fitness is... We'll talk about that another day. So you see someone that has these whole features we think is healthy, but the person suffers inflammation, a lot of pain, they don't sleep well, they're always hungry, and you see it's not worth it. Because if you really want to enjoy life, you need to have the energy, the zest to enjoy it. And it all happens when you eat nourishing foods your body needs. Occasionally indulge in those foods you love, right? And exercise to build the energy, the ability to have fun. When you say we don't have fun anymore, it's because you don't have the capacity to get down on the floor and play like a kid. So exercise helps you build that. Personalize your own progress markers. What does fitness look like for you? Where do you want to get to? What do those people there do? If you want to feel great, if you want to feel healthy, you want to feel stronger, it means you have to exercise, make healthier food choices, sleep, hydrate your body, move your body. Physical activity is really important, not just for fat loss, but for your general well-being, for your ability to be creative. I have this resource on rest. You have to learn how to rest. Sit down and do nothing, right? Meditate. I know that meditation is turning new age, like modern witchcraft. But then you have to be able to sit down and do nothing and just allow your thoughts to go in and out, right? And just be aware, be mindful of the moment. So that is where you want to get to. What do you need to do here? Prioritize your sleep, do your medical checkup, drink water, eat nourishing food, move your body, go out and play and connect with friends. Yeah. So have a nice day. I hope this helps somebody out there not to overthink fitness and instead allow yourself to explore fitness and know that it's going to take a very long time to get to that fat loss or fitness goal you're looking for, especially if you've not been exercising for a while. Alright, if you have any questions for me, send me the message on my DM, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm sure I'm live streaming this on Facebook too. So reach out and I'll be happy to help. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.